Hey everybody, welcome to Art 127, 3D composition, 3D comp for short. I guess the long title's three-dimensional. Anyway, I'm Tina Edmonds. I was looking at my enrollment and I see that I've had, I think, 3 of you already, so that's exciting. And a couple photographers, an art history person, and that'll be fun. I'm so excited to see you all again. So I've got a list of things I need to cover in this video, and what I thought I would do is just go through the course. So let me put myself out of the way here, and as you can see, I've got the student preview mode on so that you're going to see in this video exactly what you'll see in the course. Okay? Okay, so here's our class. Announcements is something that you should check every week. Usually I'll email you at least once a week, more likely twice, because I'll let you know when your grades are in and things like that. And sometimes I put little tutorials here. I should have one by the middle of the week for photographing your work. And I mean, my photographers are going to have a level up on that. But yeah, it's easy. Okay, and then the Getting Started folder, that's what you're going to want to look at first. So this is where I'll put this video once it's created. You're going to want to look at our assignment calendar. And this is just basically what's happening each week. There's no descriptions or anything here, so I would say you don't have to print this out. I mean, some classes have that, but it's easy enough to just find it in the weekly folders. But you can kind of view it to see ahead. Okay, and then here's our syllabus. There's some good things on our syllabus that are really, really important for you to read. So let's go ahead down through it. I am available every evening, 5 to 8. Weekends, you know, I do work all day as well on the weekends. So keep in mind that I live in Florida and I'm going to be an hour earlier than you guys. So I think 8 p.m. is 7 p.m. for you, you know. 5 p.m. is 4 p.m. for you. So just so you can remember that, we're in a different time zone. We can always meet in BB Collaborate, which is going to be in our toolbar over here. So here's BB Collaborate, and I'll show you that again. Or we can FaceTime, or we can Duo, or you can call me, or you can text me. All my information's all right here. So that's important stuff. We are going to be having a weekly critique. It's not exactly weekly, actually. It's going to be when we've completed one of our major projects, and then we'll do a critique and talk about each other's work. So that will be fun, and I will record it. So you can come along if you want to talk, but I'm not going to make it. Actually, I was told they have to be mandatory, so sorry about that. We'll have to talk about what would be a good time. I'm going to guess the weekend sometime. Maybe in the afternoon on Sundays. So I'll send you an email and see what you guys think about that. Okay, here is your course outcomes, your objectives, and of course, critical thinking and problem solving is always a big deal for art students. And then here's our grading scale. Your projects are going to be worth 60% of the course, so they are the big deal. But the final portfolio also huge. Your sketchbook is going to be a lot easier than it sounds. And your midterm is going to be another one that we talk about together. Okay, here's your supplies. This is just a basic list of supplies because And I can't emphasize this enough. Don't buy anything until you decide what project you're going to do, how you're going to do it. You know, there's no sense buying things that you won't necessarily need. That said, I don't have the class completely done from beginning to end. I'll try and have, you know, the materials available for you before the next project begins, so that you have time to gather these things. A lot of these things you might even have already at home. So I wouldn't worry too much about this list. But the list, because this is a lab course where we actually meet online, this comes in place of a textbook. So our textbook is comprised of our videos, the reading material I give you, and videos to watch, and the only cost to you is the supplies. So it's actually not too bad. You know, you usually end up spending around $100 for a textbook, you know, $80 or $100, and so we'll try and keep our prices under that. Okay, and I think that's all we need to cover here. That's not obvious. Okay, and then let's go back. We're in getting started here. And then we just talked about my instructor information. Late work, as you know from probably your other classes and my classes, you lose a letter grade for any time period between 1 day and 1 week. So if you're beyond the deadline, like the next day, I'm not like super strict that it's like has to be in by midnight. If you're a little bit late, I understand sometimes there's problems with that. So if you're a little bit late, don't freak out. A little bit late, like an hour or two. Okay, and yeah, so you'd drop a letter grade if it was late each week. Some people want to wait until like 6 weeks later, and then they're gonna have maybe a 40%. So don't do that. And then of course these things, your browser checker, your app for your phone, and then the grades. Also all in getting started. Okay, let's look at the next one. Coursework is something you have to look at every week. Here's our first big thing, day 1 assignment. I discovered last semester, because this is actually the 4th class I've taught here. I haven't taught a lot here because I have a full-time job teaching in a public school. So I found out that everyone who hasn't submitted an assignment by the morning of day 3 has to be dropped. And so it's so difficult to know unless there's an assignment. And this assignment is super easy. Everybody loves to talk about themselves. And then you're just going to post this in the discussion board. And then by the end of the week, respond to another classmate. Okay, here's our Unit 1 folder. That's the first week. We have a checklist every week. And here it is. So you're going to be watching. And I'll show you everything on this list. You have a little bit of reading to do. You have your day 1 assignment, which is first priority. And we're going to begin the paper sculpture project. So you've got a lot of things you can be inspired by. But notice that I'm going to have high expectations. This is a college level class, and I feel like, you know, if you haven't made something that you want to hang on your wall or show everybody that you've made, or, you know, save to your portfolio for the future, you know, what's the use? So, yeah, we've got to really make good work. And then your sketchbook, you're going to be doing researching a little bit of body casting, and that is so crazy fun. So maybe you'll have a model, maybe you'll be your model. Maybe a stuffed animal will be your model, but that doesn't look as good. It just doesn't. Okay, So here's some inspirations for you. I've got a list of paper sculpture ideas, and these all sound really exciting to me and doable. So, and the last one is just a group of artists that, make paper art to inspire you. Okay, so there's that choice. And then this is a little bit about body casting, just like a preview. So you can start looking it up and see what it's like, because I believe that's our first sketchbook assignment. And then this is tape sculpture ideas. So this is where you'll be finding that assignment. Okay, there's lots of choices here for you to just kind of breeze through and see, which one of these do I want to do? So in my 3D sculpture class I had at Penn State, I told you a little bit about that we had to make a usable, wearable shoe that looked exactly like a real shoe, and it was so fun. It was like kind of overwhelming at first, like, how do I make a shoe out of tape? But, our tape sculpture is a little bit different than that. We're going to use packing tape. Okay, so let's see if I got everything in coursework. Okay, we were in Unit 1. Alrighty. That's it for that folder. And then all of your assignments for each week will be posted here in coursework. Okay, here's the discussion board, and this is where you're going to be posting your day 1 assignment. So it's really easy, and but I totally want you to spend a little time, making write about yourself in an interesting way. I wanna know things about you. And my favorite thing is when people share a picture. I didn't put that on there because I'm not going to make you do it, but you're just going to create a thread, and then you'll reply to one other person. Okay, and here is your sketchbook. Okay, your sketchbook. This link is going to take you to Sketchbook. You create a blog entry in just exactly the same way as you create a discussion board entry, and the sketchbook assignments, what you do is while you're researching your art project, like for paper sculpture, you're just going to take a picture, like a screen capture, or save the image. You're going to save 10 images each week about the type of sculpture that you're interested in, and that is inspiring you. And you could make a note that I think this is amazing. I don't think I could make it because I'm just beginning. But, so it can be things that are inspiring and, things that you think that you would like to do. And then you're going to save that as a PDF. Okay, so the easiest way to do it is to make a PowerPoint. On each page of the PowerPoint, on each slide, you add the image. You can put a little bit of notes underneath, and then, just save it as a PDF. And that's what you can submit here for your post. Okay, here's Blackboard Collaborate. This is where we're going to be meeting. Just got a message. So you would just click on this room when you're ready to enter if you're going to join us for the live session. And then, of course, I'll post the recorded sessions. It's a lot easier to attend the live session than to do it later. So if you could possibly attend, that's going to be a lot easier for you. It's like go to class or read 4 hours worth of work. Do you know what I mean, those kind of classes? Yeah, so it's way easier to attend. So you would just click on this. It's open all the time. And, you know, I'll tell you when we're going to meet inside there. We can meet for critiques. We can meet just so I can help you and show you something that you need to know. Okay, attendance. This is where you'll see your attendance. I don't know. I know that it'll show up in your grades as well, your percentage. So if you've turned in your assignment on time, you get 100% for that week. If you turned it in late, you get a 50% for that week. And then if you didn't do the assignment at all, you get a 0 for that week. So attendance in your grade book is going to show as a percentage. And then here's your grades. This is not set up yet. So this link, my mentor shared this link with me, and she's going to do things apparently, or she did things in the past apparently very different than I will. Okay, and then course mail is where you can send email to me or each other, I believe. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't say other people, but I guess you just can send an email to me. All right. So that's basically everything that we're going to do for getting ready. And I guess I should tell you a little bit about me. I don't know. I'm supposed to do that. Okay, let me just see if I've covered everything. So you're going to have a 3D portfolio by the end of the course. That's images of your work that you created here. The collection of your completed work will be in place of final exam. I think I said that. Your grades are based on completing your weekly assignments. We went over syllabus, course calendar, requirements. You're just going to need supplies as we go by the week, and you will need camera or a cell phone to take images of your work. Let's see, technology, that's in getting ready or getting started, and I showed you where to find everything. Important dates on the calendar are midterm and final, and then each week you will have something due by Sunday midnight, with the exception of the first week with that day one, you know, introduce yourself. I am able to see who's viewed the videos, so remember, watching the videos for the course are required. I hope you'll find them all very, very helpful and interesting. And yeah, you have to watch it. It's like not going to class if you don't watch the videos. It's like, you know, this is all important information because we don't have a textbook. So this is the textbook. Okay, let's see. Make sure you're following the directions for each assignment. Don't just, you know, throw something together based on the title, and I have had that happen already. Oh, they didn't even read the assignment. Okay, please don't try to do everything on that due date, and I get that a lot. It makes it so hard to get it all done. It's so stressful. Okay, so my feedback's always going to be to help you do better on your work, so please, please, please read my feedback and or watch. Okay, so me, if you haven't met me already, I live in Florida, and so I'm only available online. You can't come see me, but you know, we can have virtual meetings. And I've got 4 kids. They're all grown up in their 30s. I've got 1 left in their 20s, and I've got no grandkids. Oh. I don't know. I guess nobody's gung-ho on having kids. What else? Okay, I told you I teach at a public school, and so that's why I'm only available in the evening. And everyone in my family is an artist, so I've been teaching for, let's see, about 15 years, so I've taught every grade, and I love it all. I love it all. So I've got a lot of experience teaching art. However, I've never taught this class before, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, welcome everyone, and good luck, and just let me know if you need anything, anytime. Okay.